Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Can we maybe turn up the music slightly?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There you go.
Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello and namaskaram to each and every one of you amazing folks who have joined us this morning. Kathy Calvin, who was the CEO and president of the United Nations Foundation, said this: "Young people aren't the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of today and tomorrow." This is the very reason that we are gathered here today. The FOMAA Youth Forum is glued together by a vibrant group of highly passionate, talented, and successful leaders within our Malayali community. This branch of the FOMAA tree draws inspiration from the very root of our traditions, with the intent to promote social, cultural, charitable, and educational activities within our community. A very vivacious welcome to the inauguration of the FOMAA Youth Forum 2020-2022. My name is Shana Mohan, and it is my privilege to be the host for this event. Before we start, let us honor the country that all of us now call home by singing the US national anthem. It is my pleasure to invite Divya Unni for this. Welcome, Divya.
Thank you so much, Shana Chichi. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Divya. That was so powerful at so many levels. Thank you, Mole. ഞാൻ നിരവധി വ്യത്യസ്ത നാഷണൽ ആന്തംസ് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ടച്ചിങ് ആൻഡ് പവർഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് തോന്നിയിരിക്കുന്ന നാഷണൽ ആന്തം അവസാനിക്കുന്നത് ജയ് ഹേയിലാണ്. Let me now invite Ms. Kezia Varghese to lead us in the Indian national anthem. Kezia Mole is in the 9th grade and lives in Philadelphia. She loves music and has a passion for dancing, and is a core believer in youth groups such as this. Welcome, Mole. Thank you so much, Mol. Your passion for music shines through. Thank you very much for leading us in that powerful national anthem.
Thank you.
Marie Curie said that nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. The world has gone through an unprecedented and heartbreaking time with the COVID-19 pandemic. This week marked the loss of 500,000 lives in the United States alone. We need each other right now, and above all, we need prayers. Let me invite Ms. Isabel Anna to lead us in a prayer song, especially in memory of the COVID-19 victims.
ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. കദന നിവാരണ കനിവിന്നുറവേ കാട്ടിൻ നടുവിൽ വഴി തെളിക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. പരീക്ഷണത്തിൻ വാൾമുനയേറ്റ് പടനിലത്തിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ വീഴുമ്പോൾ ഹൃദയക്ഷതയാൽ രക്തം ചിന്തി മിഴിനീർ പുഴയിൽ താഴുമ്പോൾ താങ്ങായി തണലായി ദിവ്യോക്ഷധിയായി താതാനാദാ കരം പിടിക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. കദന നിവാരണ കനിവിന്നുറവേ കാട്ടിൻ നടുവിൽ വഴി തെളിക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. പുല്ലിൽ പൂവിൽ പുഴുവിൽ കിളിയിൽ വന്യജീവിയിൽ വനശരനിൽ ജീവബിന്ദുവിന്നമൃതം തൂകിയ ലോകപാലക ജഗദീശ ആനന്ദത്തിൻ അരുണകിരണമായി അന്ധകാരമതിൽ സരിക്കനിക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. കദന നിവാരണ കനിവിന്നുറവേ കാട്ടിൻ നടുവിൽ വഴി തെളിക്കൂ. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mol. That was a classic prayer song and you sang it so well. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Anu Skaria, who is no stranger to any of you. Mr. Anu resides in Philadelphia and has held various leadership roles in the Malayali Association of Philadelphia. He is the National Youth Forum Coordinator and is an ever-present figure who is constantly giving back to our community. Thank you, Anu, and welcome.
Thank you, Shana. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Dear former President, Mr. Anian George, Secretary, Mr. T. Unakrishnan, Treasurer, Mr. Thomas T. Human, Pradeep Nair, Vice President, Biju Thonikanavu, Joint Treasurer, Jos Manakar, Joint Secretary, Regional Vice Presidents, National Committee, Women's Forum, Youth Forum, and the members of former member organizations across North America and Canada. Especially our 5 chief guests joining today, Mrs. Divya Unni, Senator Kevin Thomas, New York Women Representative Jennifer Rajkumar, Missouri Mayor Mr. Robin Ellicott, Dr. Bindu Babu, and other guests who have joined this call. Today, our MC Shana Mohan from Chicago, our technical team led by Praveen. And I just want to welcome a team of youths. They have continuously worked day and night by taking time away from their classes, exams, and their personal and professional lives to make today's event a great success. I wholeheartedly welcome each and every one of you to the FOMAA 2020-2022 Youth Forum inauguration. I just want to start off by saying that congratulations to the FOMAA executive team. They're doing a wonderful job. Their dedication and continuous effort to be very active in all of the activities conducted by the FOMAA sub-organizations. I promise I won't take a lot of your time. We have great leaders from various platforms with us to speak to us and motivate our youths. But I just want to point out one thing, working closely with our young, matured and talented youths in our Malayali community through FOMAA, I can tell you the energy and optimism of our youth raise, our ambitions for what we can achieve together as Malayali community and as a family, FOMAA family, and gives us the confidence that we can shape the future. It is by including with respect and understanding our for diversity across all race, cultures, and unity forged from shared goals that the true FOMAA youth spirit is being advanced. The theme for this inauguration puts it well, making a difference through new beginning. Our community is noticing a whole new structure in the youths today. We believe in our youths as the next generation of leaders in the Malayali, as well as the Indian and in the American community. We trust in the future of our youths. We trust the system, and as adults, we are here to help you. Be the one and make a difference through a new beginning. I can assure you one thing, our youths are positive, purposeful, and powerful. As a community, we have an obligation to be part of them and hand over our current responsibility to the next generation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor to be part of FOMAA, as well as being a coordinator for FOMAA Youth Forum 2020-2022 term. Once again, welcome and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Anu. You basically hit the nail on the head. You spoke about the youth energy, enthusiasm, and the spirit of the youth. In my minimal interaction with the youth and through my vast knowledge of what they do, I totally agree with you. We have a phenomenal group with us. Thank you so much. Oprah Winfrey said that the key to realizing a dream is to focus not on success, but on significance. And then even the small steps and little victories along your path will take on greater meanings. We have a lot of youth amongst us who totally believe in this. അടുത്തതായി നമുക്ക് യൂത്ത് ഫോറം സെക്രട്ടറി ആൻ മെരി ഇടിച്ചാണ്ടിയെ പരിചയപ്പെടാം. Anne is a current MBA student at Drexel University, majoring in marketing and nonprofits. Her work experience spans over 3 years, working between the technology, investment, and energy industries, as well as over 6 years at an educational nonprofit organization. Additionally, she has had the pleasure of taking on many leadership positions throughout her life, such as VP of Communication and Recreation for Drexel's business learning community. She always puts her needs in front of others, especially with regards to our Malayali community. Service is her passion. Let us welcome Anne.
Thank you so much, Shana Gigi. Honorable chief guests, respected FOMAA members, and our beloved youth and community members. Hello and welcome to our inaugural event. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for taking your time to be with us on this fine Saturday. My name is Anne Idichandy, Secretary of the FOMA Youth Forum, and without further delay, I would like to formally introduce you to the 2020-2022 FOMA Youth Executive Team. Up first, we have our leader and National Youth Coordinator, Mr. Anu Skaria. Next, we have our Advisory and National Youth Coordinator, Mr. Ajit Kuchus. Our National Youth Representatives are Kuruvilla James. Can you guys see my screen, by the way?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. Our National Youth Representatives are Kuruvilla James for the Mid-Atlantic region, Calvin Kalvalakil for the Central region, and Masood Al-Ansar for the Southeast region. Next, we have myself as Secretary, Shruti Pradeep as Joint Secretary, Julia Joy as Treasurer, Kevin Portakyal as Joint Treasurer, Sarah Anil as Assistant Youth Coordinator, and Dia Charian as Programs and Development Coordinator. Please give a welcoming round of applause to our FOMA Youth Executive Team. You've met the team, but what are we about? Why are we here? The objectives of the FOMA Youth Forum are to connect with and represent the Malayali youth across North America. Our main purpose is to organize and coordinate social, cultural, charitable, and educational activities at the national and regional levels. On the screen, you'll see a compilation of quotes from members of the executive team, listing out our vision for the Youth Forum and our community, such as mold and empower the upcoming generation, dynamically bringing them into the forefront of various platforms, offer a space for Malayali youth in America to stay connected to the culture, and to tap into the potential and spirit our youth possess by providing them a platform and letting them drive the conversation. We hope to achieve this through your engagement and support. Let's make these 2 years, as well as the years to come, successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mol. That was very well said. Nelson Mandela said that there can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. This statement is the epitome of Mr. Onion George. Onion Chetan is the president of FOMA, a contributor to a community of overwhelming support, an unparalleled visionary, and a human being extraordinaire. It is always my pleasure to introduce him. Welcome, Onion Chetan.
Thank you, Shana. What a wonderful team. What a wonderful program. In the meantime, there is 2 other programs going on. One is FOMA's women's program, and the other one is media seminar. Still, we have a tremendous support, overwhelming support from all over America, almost like 160 people in the Zoom, and watching probably more than 1,000 people in the Facebook Live. You guys did a very good job. It's an honor and pleasure and my privilege to join this inaugural function of FOMA Youth National Forum. I've been noticing this in Masood, Calvin, and Idikula. They've been working day to night to bring this auspicious occasion, bring this their dream into reality. Their mission is accomplished today. I've been congratulating from the FOMA executive team, T. Unnikrishnan, Thomas Tioman, Pradeep Nair, Jos Manakad, and Biju Thonikadavil, and National Committee. And I want to give a hat of salute for this team. May Almighty shower all the blessings to your future ventures, such as like a Young Professional Summit, students career seminar, and also they are planning to do student exchange program, internship with our senators, congressmen, so many programs they are planning. I want to wish you all the best. And also, I take this opportunity to congratulate our Senator Kevin Thomas, Honorable Mayor Robin Ellicott, Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, Divya Unni, Dr. Bindu Babu, and all the dignitaries who participated today's program, and also the youth team under the leadership of Masood, Calvin, Kuruvilla, Anu, and Ajit Kochus. Today we have a wonderful team, Zara, Anusri, Julia, Shruti, Kevin, Dia, Anne, and so many people. You know, I take this opportunity to mention inspirational quote, word for the youth by former President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. If you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. End is not the end. In fact, end means effort never dies. If you get no as an answer, remember, no means next opportunity. That's all I want to say. Unconditional support I pledge from the executive committee team. Please proceed your programs. Be always with you guys, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anian Chetan. As always, your speeches inspire us all the time. Thank you for that. സമ്പൂർണ്ണ ശ്രമം സമ്പൂർണ്ണ വിജയമാകുന്നു എന്ന് ഗാന്ധിജി നമ്മളെ പഠിപ്പിച്ചു. ടി ഉണ്ണികൃഷ്ണൻ എന്ന പേര് കേൾക്കാത്തവർ നമ്മുടെ ഇടയിൽ വളരെ കുറവാണ്. സമ്പൂർണ്ണ ശ്രമം കൊണ്ടും സമ്പൂർണ്ണ വിജയം പല പ്രാവശ്യം കാഴ്ചവെച്ച് ഫോമയുടെ സെക്രട്ടറിയാണ് ഇദ്ദേഹം. Mr. Unnikrishnan has also been part of several charitable projects, including the FOMAA housing project for the Kerala flood victims. Unni, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Shanna, and good morning, everyone. Anne already presented the wonderful FOMAA youth team, and wish you all the success to the youth team. And also, it is very pleasing to see Malayali youth in the US coming together under one platform to accomplish great things together for the community. FOMAA Youth Forum 2022 is full of we can see like a talented and efficient and very capable members from all over USA, and we have huge expectations from this committee and its members, and we know that we won't get disappointed because they are all very talented and capable, and congratulations to each one of you in the Youth Forum and its advisory board. We believe that you are planning to do a number of impactful and meaningful activities and support programs for the youth, like the career guidance, job fair, and the mentoring programs, things like that, which will have far-reaching impact for Malayali youth in America. And we have the Masood, Calvin, Kuruvilla from the former National Committee, and also the Anus Korea, he's as a coordinator, and they are all doing a wonderful job. And also the Youth Executive Committee, and through the Julia, Kevin, Sarah, and Dia, and we are all happy for them. They are doing an excellent job too. And also FOMAA created a youth forum advisory board led by Ajit Kochus, with the vision of providing support and advice for the youth committee and set them up for the success in their endeavors. And so once again, wish you all the best, and we have full support from the National Committee and the Executive Committee, and all the best for a productive and a successful work team. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Unni. In your speech, you used the term far-reaching impact. That is exactly what the Youth Forum intends to do. Thank you for your speech, and thank you for calling that out. Mr. Thomas T. Uman was the business officer of the New York State Hospital System for 36 years prior to his retirement. He is also the founding member of the Long Island Malayali Association, LIMCA. His close and long-standing relationships with the New York Indian Consulate has also aided our Malayali community tremendously. Mr. Umman is the former treasurer and a treasure to our entire community. Welcome, Mr. Umman.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shana Mohan. First, let me say, FOMAA is here to promote the humanity in all of us. All the activities across the board presented by FOMAA in its mission support this very concept. Our youth is our powerhouse, especially when I look at the 3 youth leaders and also all the youth officials. I can attest to the very fact that I just mentioned. Our youth, the FOMAA youth, is the powerhouse of the Pravasi Malayali community. FOMAA believe in the concept of giving hope to the hopeless, giving shelter to the homeless, and also giving happiness to those who are suffering and sad. In these tumultuous times, we need happiness in us and in our community. FOMAA is rich in youth leadership. The leaders of FOMAA Youth Forum, Mr. Kuruvala James, Mr. Matsood Al-Ansar, and also Mr. Calvin Kavalekal. They've been working very closely with FOMAA leadership, the executive committee. All 6 of us are proud of them. Anian George, Mr. Unnikishan, Pradeep Nair, Viju Thonikadavil, and Jos Manakar, and myself. We all are always supporting them and we are proud of them. I have to say, FOMAA is committed to preserve, protect, and promote the traditional family values and the cultural heritage of our community in this promised land of ours. FOMAA is here to unite our youth and to provide a platform where they can uphold these values to become responsible and respectful, as well as productive members of our community. May the Youth Forum be the torch bearers of the cause, direction, and mission of FOMAA. Thank you. And also congratulations to Mr. Anuskaria, the coordinator, and Mr. Ajit Kochus, my very good friend, for their leadership. May God bless all our youth and our Pravasi Malayali community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thomas Shredder. Your speech was outstanding. Thank you for reminding us about what FOMAA stands for, in particular about humanity. We need to hear that right now. Thank you. Before we move on to the heart of this function, let us now meet the rest of the FOMAA executive team, who are an integral part to the FOMAA youth mission. Let me start by welcoming Mr. Pradeep Nair, who is the FOMAA vice president. Welcome, Pradeep Beta. Pradeep Shredder, you must.
Okay. Good morning, all. Good
morning,
all. Ellarkum namaskaram. Respect the guests, FOMAA executive, FOMAA youth reps, and FOMAA national coordinator youth forum. In the big event, inaugural youth reps and coordinator. അതുപോലെ ഫോമയുടെ യൂത്ത് റെപ്പിന്റെ ഇതുവരെയുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾക്കും ഇനിയും മുന്നോട്ടുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾക്കും ഫോമയുടെയും എന്റെയും വ്യക്തിപരമായ എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you so much, Pradipeta. That was a very short, sweet, and powerful speech. Thank you. Let me now welcome Mr. Jose Menacott, who is the Joint Secretary of FOMAA.
Thank you, Shanna. A very good morning to all. I'm so happy and proud to work with the FOMAA youth members. I'm very pretty sure Anuskari and the team, Calvin, Masood, James, they can do an excellent work in our community in US and Canada. From my heart, I wish you all the very best wishes for your youth activities. God bless FOMAA youth team. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you for that speech. Let me now welcome Mr. Biju Thonikadevil, who is the FOMAA Joint Treasurer. Biju Cheta, you might be on mute.
Okay, എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം സന. താങ്ക് യു ഷന. ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഉദ്ഘാടനം കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന FOMAA യൂത്ത് ഫോറത്തിന് എന്റെ എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു. ശ്രീ അനുസ്കറിയയുടെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ FOMAയുടെ യൂത്ത് റെപ്രസെന്റേറ്റീവായ ശ്രീ മധു അൻസാർ, ശ്രീ കാൽവിൻ കവലക്കൽ, ശ്രീ കുരുവിള ജെയിംസ്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ FOMAയുടെ നേതാവ് അജിത് കൊച്ചൂസ്, FOMAയുടെ യൂത്ത് കമ്മിറ്റിയുടെ നേതാക്കന്മാരായ ആൻ മേരി, ശ്രുതി പ്രദീപ്, ജൂലി ജോയ്, കവൻ പൊട്ടക്കൽ, ദിയ ചെറിയാൻ, സാറ അനിൽ എന്നിവരുടെ നേതൃത്വത്തിലുള്ള യൂത്ത് ഫോറത്തിന് നമ്മുടെ കലയും സംസ്കാരവും ഭാഷയും വരും തലമുറയ്ക്ക് കൈമാറുവാൻ കഴിയട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവിധ ഭാവങ്ങളും നേരുന്നു. FOMAA എക്സിക്യൂട്ടീവ് കമ്മിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രസിഡന്റ് അനിയൻ ജോർജ് ചേട്ടനും സെക്രട്ടറി ഉണ്ണികൃഷ്ണനും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ട്രഷറർ തോമസ് ട്യൂമനും പ്രദീപ് നായരും ജോസ് മണക്കാടിനും പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ എല്ലാ സപ്പോർട്ടും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നടന്നുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. എല്ലാ ഭാവങ്ങളും. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you so much, Biju Cheta. Thank you for that speech. We have now reached the soul of this momentous function. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ആകാംക്ഷയോടെ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന മുഹൂർത്തമാണിത്. And to grace this occasion, we have someone so exquisite, so graceful, and so amazing. Our first chief guest, Ms. Divya Unni. I would like to call upon Shruti Pradeep, who is the Youth Forum Joint Secretary, to introduce Divya. Shruti is a recent graduate from the University of Georgia, majoring in psychology and minoring in human development. There, she was involved in a myriad of opportunities within all 4 years of her undergraduate studies, such as the Saichi National Honor Society and the Indian Cultural Exchange, where she served as a committee leader. She has also published her own undergraduate research. Akin to Divya, Shruti also has a passion for dance and has grown as an artist through UGA's premier national competing Bollywood fusion dance team, Asura. She is a trained Bharatanatyam dancer and completed her Arangetam in 2019. Shruti is currently at Mercer University pursuing her Doctor of Psychology program, which brings her very close to her dream of becoming a pediatric clinical psychologist. As a first-generation Malayali American, preserving and balancing traditions and culture is very important to Shruti. Welcome, Shruti.
Thank you, Shana Chichi, and thank you to everyone for joining us today. It means so much. I have the honor of introducing our first chief guest and official FOMAA 2020 to 2022 inaugurator, Srimati Divya Unni. Please enjoy this brief intro video.
Srimati Divya Unni is an Indian film actress who has appeared in over 50 films, predominantly in the Mollywood film industry and other languages, an icon of our generation. After depicting notable characters in movies like Nee Varuvolam and Karunyam, Divya Chichi worked with filmmaker Bharathan for Chudam. She played Maya in Chudam alongside Manoj K. Jain and received praise for her performance. Her popular movies include Pranaya Varnangal, Kada Nayagan, and Ustad. Divya Chichi is also a notable Indian classical dancer who teaches various forms of dance such as Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, and Mohiniyattam. In 1990 and 1991, Divya Chichi was crowned Kala Tilakam and Kerala School Kalosavam statewide competitions. On India's premier television channel, Doordarshan, she has presented a variety of Indian dance art forms. Divya Chechi continues to perform at dance festivals in India and international stages throughout North America, Europe, and Persian Gulf countries. As a result of her utmost dedication to dance, she has received the Arvindaksha Memorial Award, the Abhinaya Tilaka Puraskaram, for the Best State Dance Performance. In the pursuit of promoting Indian culture in the West, Divya Chechi is developing the artistic talents of young children in the United States, where she currently resides. With this goal, she is currently the director of Sripadam School of Arts, based in Houston, Texas.
Now I invite Srimati Divya Unni to say a few words. Please give her a warm welcome.
Namaskaram. Respected dignitaries, President and good friend, Mr. Anian George, and all the executive committee members, and the heart of this meeting, the youth. A very good morning to everyone. Very happy to be here today for the inauguration of the National Youth Forum of FOMAA 2020 to 2022. I just want to start with a quote. This is by the actor and businessman Wendell Pierce. He said, "The role of culture is that it's the form through which we as a society reflect on who we are, where we've been, where we hope to be." Now, our Indian culture, it is the heritage of ethical values, traditional systems, belief systems, and the very fact that the previous generations have held it, cherished it, and they wanted to preserve it and pass it down. The biggest proof for that is this meeting, which is attended by, let me see, 157 participants, of which majority is the Malayali youth over United States and Canada. So I think we all are on the right track. We always want to preserve our culture. Our roots define us, define what we are, and they also serve as a torch to the future. Anytime we feel stuck, it is our culture, our belief systems, and the traditional values that our previous generation has imparted very safely into us that will guide us and serve as a torch whenever we feel stuck. It is very encouraging and motivating, inspiring to see so many of you come together with one goal, because I feel like we are living in this time where we have seen the pandemic, the floods, the natural disasters, and climate change. We are witnessing everything that is possible. So I have always felt that together is the only way forward. There is no other way. Uniting, getting united, and then working together is the only way. In Malayalam, there is a saying, Sanghau Shakti Kalau Yuge. So, Sangham, what one person can do, a Sangham or a group can get it done in half time. So, keeping that goal in mind, it is very inspiring to see that all of you have come together and to make a difference. So, I think the path has already been laid, and I just want to wish everybody all the very best. And like Shana said earlier, that is one of my favorite quotes about time, the Nelson Mandela quote, that whatever we put time into, and I strongly believe this, I've always tried to follow this, whatever we put time into, that time has never gone wasted without any expectation. If we sincerely put time into anything with our heart, that is definitely going to benefit us and benefit the world. So I would like to wish the Youth Forum and the entire youth who are part of this all the very best. And you all are doing an amazing job. All the prayers and wishes for you for the wonderful journey ahead. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Divya. First of all, I'm having a big fangirl moment here. I'm a big fan, and it is amazing to watch you this way and to hear what you said. One of the most powerful statements within your speech was, "Our roots serve as the torch to our future." I for sure will take that forward even to my daughter. Thank you for saying that. And again, dance is the hidden language of the soul. And Divya, you speak that language so seamlessly and so beautifully. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Our next esteemed chief guest is here with us, and he is none other than the dynamic Senator Kevin Thomas. I would like to call upon Kevin Portical, the Youth Forum Joint Treasurer, to introduce Senator Thomas. Kevin is a software engineer from Norwalk, Connecticut, in the New England region. He is a recent graduate of the University of Rochester. Kevin was a part of Hall Council in college and assisted the youth groups at a local Malayali association, MASCON, as well as the local Syro Malabar Church. Kevin, welcome, and let me turn it over to you. Hi, Kevin. You might be on mute. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much, Shana Chechi. Thank you, everyone who joined us today on Zoom, on Facebook Live, and on YouTube. I'm truly honored to introduce our next chief guest, Senator Kevin Thomas. Before that, please enjoy the short introductory video.
Senator Kevin Thomas is the first Indian American in New York history to serve in the state Senate. He was elected in 2018 to represent the 6th District in Nassau County. Prior to his election, Kevin served as an attorney and civic leader who spent his career fighting for families across the state of New York. As an appointee of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights to the New York State Advisory Committee, Kevin worked tirelessly to advance civil rights and expand opportunities for all New Yorkers. Born in Dubai, Kevin immigrated to the United States at the age of 10. His parents never forgot nor took for granted the freedom and opportunities the United States gave them and their children. Their experience motivated Kevin to become an active participant in our democracy and to give back to his community. As chairman of the Consumer Protection Committee, Kevin has been the driving force behind several groundbreaking efforts to strengthen consumer protection and safeguards, including the New York Privacy Act. Kevin's public service is rooted in his belief that all New Yorkers should have the opportunity to pursue the American dream, further their education, participate in our economy, and shape our democracy.
Is this my cue to start speaking? Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And I love that the person that introduced me also has my name, Kevin. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to FOMAA for the invitation. So proud of all of the work that you do to bring the community together, especially our younger generation. Want to thank the President, Annie and George, and the board members. Leadership counts, and I'm extremely proud of the youth executive team. I know you're in good hands when Ajit Kochus is also on this team because he's a member of my team and he really does good work for my office and for the community. I was asked to address the youth on this call, but this message may resonate to all here. You know, it's been a difficult number of months for a lot of us. Some of you have had to overcome an illness, someone close to you died from COVID, a parent losing a job, or even losing a home, among other challenges. All of you also have the challenges of growing up. All of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media. You know, I know it's hard. I've been through this already, and I'm here. You know, all this just means that you are going to grow up faster than other generations. What this global pandemic has shown is that we are far from perfect. We have seen massive economic inequality to ongoing racial disparities, to a lack of basic healthcare for people who need it. It just proved the old ways of doing things were just not working. And in difficult times, we tend to be selfish and cynical and just look after those around us and ourselves. We have to look out for others. We might have money, we might have good health and family all around us, but others have lost so much and are struggling, even before COVID hit. MLK, Martin Luther King, said, "We are all interconnected. We will never succeed if everyone around us is suffering around us." So if the world is going to get better, it'll be up to all of you. This is not the time to sit back and just observe. This is the time to fight for those who have less than you, for those who are sick, those that are sitting, rotting away in jail without money, for those who don't have a voice. Don't be afraid to change things that don't work. This is the time to stand up, like our iconic civil rights leader and Congressman John Lewis. Cause some good trouble to get what is fair, to get what is just and equitable. And in difficult times, communities have come together to lift others up. A great example of a united community that transcends borders is our Malayali community. Our Malayali community immigrated to this country decades ago for a better life. Many of us prioritize surviving. I know my parents did, raising families, bringing our relatives over so that they can also thrive here and achieve the American dream. Now, decades after the first members of our community arrived on these shores, those of us who made it in America want to give back, like this organization, FOMAA. The Malayali community, no matter where they are, they have a genuine compassion towards those in need. And that's why we go into these type of professions, either becoming a doctor or nurse or something in the healthcare field, because that's what 90% of our community does. And then the rest of us, like me, who go into the legal profession and CPA and all of that. All of you are the future of this community. I'm talking to the youth. And working together for a common good will change the world. So be honest, work hard for the common good, be responsible, be fair, be generous, and respect others. Listen, I know you guys are going to keep on working hard. You're going to keep making our communities proud. God bless you all, and always, always keep your heads up. With that, as your senator, I am declaring the FOMAA National Youth Forum program for 2020-2022 officially open. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Your speech had so many powerful points. I don't want to do an analysis of it, but what you spoke about was so powerful. You reminded us to think about others. There is no message more powerful than that. I have also followed your work closely on prevention of vaping, fighting the opioid epidemic, and your efforts on tighter gun controls. It's truly remarkable. We are honored to have you here with us today. Thank you. And now, let me take this opportunity to invite Ms. Divya Unni back again for our virtual lamp lighting. Divya, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful.
So do you,
I know this is quite challenging because it's all virtual. So shall we do it this way? Shall we have Divya maybe just say that the function is inaugurated, and then we can show a video virtually of the lamp lighting. How's that?
So I would like to declare the inauguration of FOMAA National Youth Forum 2020 to 2022. All the best, you all. Good luck.
Thank you so much. And Senator Kevin, you already said that this function is inaugurated. Thank you so much for being our chief guest. നമുക്കിനി ഈ ചടങ്ങ് വെർച്വലായി ദീപം കൊളുത്തി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യാം. So let's watch that. Thank you so much once again to Ms. Divya Unni and Senator Kevin Thomas. This function is now officially inaugurated. Thank you for that. Now, if you thought that this event is all talk and no play, you are so completely wrong. I'm sure that all of you know this by now. But the Youth Forum is not only brains and beauty, they're all about talent too. Let's watch them move in this upcoming video by the Youth Forum board. I had the pleasure to watch this beforehand, and I can tell you that I was floored. Let's turn it over. Wow. I'm sure you can all agree that was magnificent. I saw some serious fusion moves in there, and I'm just going to put it in my 10-year-old's words. That was so cool. Thank you, guys. I don't know where you find the time to do all this, but it was amazing. If one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it? This is a quote by Malayla Yousafzai. Our Youth Forum Program Development Coordinator, Dia Cherian, is one such girl. Dia is a freshman at New York University, majoring in neuroscience and minoring in public health as a presidential honors scholar. She lives in Yardley, Pennsylvania, and is part of the former Mid-Atlantic region. Dia was editor-in-chief of a high school newspaper, captain of a school speech and debate team, and the recipient of the National Speech and Debate Association's Academic All-American Award. Dia served as a school's ambassador and attended various leadership conferences focused on motivating and empowering youth. Dia has also functioned in leadership roles both in her church and at Welcoming the Stranger, a nonprofit organization that offers free ESL classes to adult immigrants and refugees. She's a Presidential Volunteer Service Award Gold Medal recipient and the 2018 FOMAA National Kala Tilagam winner. Take it away, Dia.
Thank you, Shana Chechi. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing the Assemblywoman of New York's 38th District, Ms. Jennifer Rajkumar, who has made history as the first South Asian woman ever to be elected to New York State office, and is also on the board of Sanctuary for Families, an organization particularly close to my heart, which I was introduced to through the Dean's Service Honor Corps at NYU. Now for a short intro video on Assemblywoman Rajkumar. Ms. Jennifer Rajkumar is a civil rights lawyer by profession, who received her JD from Stanford Law School after completing her bachelor's degree from the University of Pennsylvania. She took office this year on January 6th as the first woman of South Asian descent to be elected to New York State office as part of the state's assembly, representing District 38, South Queens. Previously, she worked as an adjunct professor at the City University of New York's Lehman College and as the state's Director of Immigration Affairs and Special Counsel from 2017 to 2019, where she led and built the Liberty Defense Project to assist immigrants with obtaining legal services. She is also a board member for Represent Women and for the Legal Advisory Council for Sanctuary for Families. Ms. Rajkumar was born and raised in New York after her parents immigrated to the United States and settled in Queens. She's particularly passionate about access to justice, education, and women's equality, and after years of advocacy and justice work across the nation, she continues to use her platform to stand up for the vulnerable and disenfranchised and empower her community. At this time, I'd like to welcome Assemblywoman Rajkumar to grace us with a few words.
Good morning, FOMAA, and thank you so much for that incredibly gracious video. I am Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, the first Indian American woman to be elected to a government office in New York State. And I'm here today to support all the Malayali youth across North America and to celebrate the inaugural FOMAA Youth Forum and Executive Team. I bring you an official citation today from my office to support the inauguration of the FOMAA Youth Forum and to congratulate the entire executive team. And you have my 500% support. Your success is our community's success. You are the future of social change in New York State, in North America, all around the world. When I ran for the state legislature against an 11-year incumbent, people thought victory was impossible. They said, you are a nice girl, but you have no shot. But we believed, we worked hard, we organized and reached every voter one by one. And not only did we win, but we won by the largest margin of any challenger in the state last year, making history in New York. So I ask all the Indian American youth here today to dream big and to believe in possibility. A great US Senator from New York State, Robert F. Kennedy, once said, there are those who look at things the way they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. You have within you the power to achieve and to change the world. I also share with you the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. It takes a good deal of time to eat or to sleep, or to earn $100, and a very little time to entertain a hope and an insight which becomes the light of our life. It just takes a moment to light the spark of inspiration that can become the light of your life. I will never forget my visit to an Indian village just outside of Kochi in Kerala. There I ate one of the best meals in my life. Indian food served on a banana leaf, followed by a glass of warm water. I visited change makers there who had created an orphanage to uplift youth, caring for them and changing their lives. So youth of FOMA, I ask you to be courageous in changing the world. Courage is a muscle. The more you exercise that courage muscle, the stronger it gets and the greater you can achieve. So start being courageous today. There are other change makers who are here today. My colleagues on this Zoom, Senator Kevin Thomas, who we just heard from, the very first Indian American to be elected to the state legislature. And I can tell you he is one of the hardest working elected officials in the state and has made our community so proud as a pioneer. And my dear friend, Dr. Bindu Babu, is also here, one of our state's greatest movers and shakers, who will speak next. We are all here to help you make a difference in the world, all three of us. And we need you. Right now, my office is focused on ending the global COVID-19 pandemic and the health and economic crisis that we are now in. My district in South Queens is actually the epicenter of the pandemic. And through making laws and helping people on the ground every day, we are trying to change the situation. And we need your help. So if you want to join our office and our movement, please call me. And finally, I want the youth here to know that the keys to my office are your keys. So stay in touch. You can reach me directly on any of my social media pages or write to my office and tell me you are with the FOMA Youth Forum, and we will love to hear from you and work with you. If you would like to join me in service to others, you are most welcome, because I know how powerful you are. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar. Through your experience, you are teaching us to fight against all odds. Thank you for that. Actually, a few months back, I saw that you had tweeted this quote from Martin Luther King, and it said, "You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love, and you can be that servant." I think that aside from the college degree, we can all agree that this perfectly describes you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being here with us today. നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത ഗാനത്തിനോ ഗായികയ്ക്കോ ഇൻട്രഡക്ഷന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. അറ്റ്ലാന്റയുടെ ഹാർട്ട് ബീറ്റായ സംഗീതജ്ഞരുടെ ഒരു നീണ്ട നിരയിൽ നിന്ന് ഇതാ എത്തുന്നു വൈശാലി മേനോൻ ഫ്രം അറ്റ്ലാന്റ, ജോർജിയ. Let's hear Vaishali's song.
Hi everyone, my name is Vaishali Menon and I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been singing since the age of 4 and my guru is Sri Vaikam Jayachandran sir. Today I'm going to be singing a song from the new movie Marakyar, and it's called Kunyu Kunyali, and it is sung by K.S. Chitra, and I hope you enjoy it. റബ്ബിന്റെ കൈകളിൽ തന്ന മാണിക്യക്കല്ലേ മിഴിപൂട്ടുക പതിയെ നാളത്തെ സൂര്യന്റെ ചെലുത്ത രൂപം മാനത്തിന്മേലെ കണി കണ്ടിനി ഉണരാൻ നറുവെണ്ണിലാവേ തഴുകാൻ വരില്ലേ താലോലം മേൽ എന്നോമൽ തങ്കത്തിൻ ചന്തങ്ങൾ കണ്ടി കണ്ണൊന്നും വിക്കല്ലേ രാത്തിങ്കൾ പെണ്ണെ കുഞ്ഞു കുഞ്ഞാലിക്ക് ഒന്നുറങ്ങേണം രാരീരം രാരോ രാരിരം രാരോ. നേർക്കും മാണത്തും ഭാവിക്ക് വേണം വീരുള്ളിൽ വേണം കനിവുള്ളൊരു കരളും നാടിന്ന് വേണ്ടുന്നു നാകേണം നീയും മേഘങ്ങൾ തൊട്ട് മകനേ നീ വളര് ചുവടൊന്നു വക്കേ വിരളൊന്നു തന്നെ ഞാനില്ലേ കൂടെ എന്നും കുഞ്ഞാലി വാടത്തെ മണ്ണിൽ ഉമ്മയ്ക്ക് തന്നുണ്ണി പൊന്നുണ്ണിയല്ലേ കുഞ്ഞു കുഞ്ഞാലിക്ക് ഒന്നുറങ്ങേണം രാരീരം രാരോ രാരിരം രാരോ ഉമ്മതൻ നെഞ്ചത്തൊരുയല് വേണം പാട്ടിൻ്റെ ഈണം കാതിലും വേണം ചെല്ലക്കാറ്റേ വീക്ഷണം നീയും തന്നന്നം താളത്തിൻ ചാരത്ത് വേണം ഉണ്ണിപ്പൂവേ കൂട്ടിന് വേണം ചെമ്മുത്തം പൊന്മുത്തം കണ്ണെത്തിൽ വേണം ചെമ്മുത്തം പൊന്മുത്തം കണ്ണെത്തിൽ വേണം രാരീരം 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 രാരോ. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaishali. As always, your singing is magnificent and melodious. Thank you. Making a difference through new beginnings. This is the Youth Forum tagline. What an amazing and powerful statement that is, truly in the spirit of remarkable leadership. Let me now invite Anne-Marie back to introduce our next esteemed guest, the Honorable Mayor Robin Ellicott.
Thank you, Shana Chichi. I have the honor of introducing our next chief guest, Mayor Robin Ellicott. Please enjoy this brief intro video before we bring him onto the screen.
Born in India, Robin Ellicott moved with his family to Chicago in the 5th grade. He later relocated to New York before settling in Missouri City in 2005. Robin, who owns a small construction business, and his wife Tina, a physician assistant, have 2 daughters. Robin discovered his call to serve in his 20s when he was elected president of the Chicago Cananea Catholic Youth League, KCYL, in 1992 to 1994. He was also elected as the first president of Cananea Catholic Youth League of North America, KCYLNA, in 1994 to 1995. In 2009, Missouri City residents elected Robin Ellicott to serve as council member for District C. Robin has been a fierce advocate for many city initiatives, including the sidewalk repairs program to cut and balance the city's budget, and adding the police mini-station and fire stations to better serve the needs of his constituents. He said he decided to run for mayor because he grew concerned about the direction the city was heading in, including reports of low morale among city staff. He ran unopposed for re-election in both 2011 and 2013 and is currently serving as the Missouri City's mayor.
Now I invite Mayor Robin Ellicott to say a few words. Please welcome him to the screen.
Mayor, you might actually be on mute.
Well, good morning, everyone. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate FOMA for starting this youth association. It's been I started my career from a youth as a youth association president and to now as the mayor. For me, it was a great opportunity to serve. And as you can tell, I'm in the car. I am pulled over, so don't worry, I'm not driving. So I'm taking the safety precautions. But I want to thank all of you. And as you can tell from some of the pictures on the video, I looked so much younger, and I wish I can go back to that. And now looking the way I'm looking, so it's definitely a highly level of stress. But let me congratulate Annie and George, the president of FOMA, for starting this organization, which I think is the perfect opportunity and avenue for our youngsters to come forward. For myself, starting in Chicago, I grew up in Chicago. At the age of 10, I never thought that I would get into politics or become a mayor. But my story is somewhat similar to a lot of the youngsters who are here. I was a healthcare administrator by profession. Then I diverted that into a business opportunity back in 2015. So myself, I've served on the Homeowners Association in Houston and then become a president. Then I had the opportunity to work as a city's Parks Board member appointed position. And then from there, I ran for city council for about 6 years. Then I did one of the unthinkable things that no one would do, which is to walk away from politics. I walked away in 2015 and then took a 5-year break and then ran last year as the mayor of Missouri City. So what I would like to share some of the things with the youngsters who are here. Opportunities are there. And you have to go and find it. You have to go after it, your dream. As other speakers, our State Senator Kevin Thomas and Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar talked about, you have an opportunity here in this country. America has been good to all of us, right? If you think about how we all got here, as people say, with few dollars in our hand, our parents were so hardworking people, and they worked so hard, and they were able to provide an opportunity for us. And for some of us that emerged into politics, this is somewhat new to our community because, as I was growing up, I was always taught you have to be a doctor or engineer in order to be successful. And a lot of that have changed. When you look at it now, you have people getting into politics, into mainstream acting, and all sorts of things. So what I wanted to convey, my message to the youngsters who are listening, is if I can do it, you can do it. And that is the strong message to you, is that we have our youngsters watching us and making a difference in this country. As I told someone, this was about 2 weeks after my election. We are all here. Some of us are not born here, but most of you are born here. And we're going to be part of this land when we die. So why not take the opportunity to do something to make a difference, a significant difference in other people's lives is what one must do. So if you're thinking of getting into the mainstream of politics, always have to be willing to work hard, be dedicated. It's not an easy job. It is a tough job, but no one is stopping you. No one can stop you. And I had the opportunity right before my election to be with FOMA president, Annie and George, here in Houston. And he saw the campaigning. He was right here and being able to support. And then also has visited other organizations such as Chicago Malayali Association. I saw Johnson Kanukaran here. And I've had mentioned it to them that Houston now has more politicians than any other city that I've known. So I welcome all of you from other parts of the world to join if this is the cause that you believe in. Not everybody has a opportunity or wanting to serve for politics, but it is an opportunity to make a significant difference in other people's lives is what I would ask. So I would hope as a FOMA Youth Association that you will take on some responsibilities, come behind some of us, and provide that opportunity for you to make a significant difference in our own community as well as community at large. And I will leave you with this thought. Don't be a menu on the table, have a seat at the table. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor. What a remarkable speech. I think your speech is what Ralph Waldo Emerson once said about America is another name for opportunity. Thank you so much for reminding us to take those opportunities and to make a difference in someone else's life. Thank you for your time. And drive safe, Mayor. And now it's that time again. Oru dance gaana le. Nimi Das is the dance director for the Bharatam Dance Academy. Dance is her passion and her hobby. Today, Nimi is presenting to you the mixed version of Madhava Mama. Let's sit back and enjoy this.
Hello friends, my name is Nimi Das. I'm the dance director for Bharatam Dance Academy. Dance is my passion. It's my hobby. Here, I'm presenting to you a mixed version of Madhava Mamava. This is a world of uncertainty. Yet, one thing is certain, the Almighty. The presence of Almighty is certain. Here in this dance, Kujela is coming to Lord Krishna. He's uncertain. He's surrounded by poverty. Yet, he comes to him. He knows there is a ray of hope. Yes, even today in our world, there is a ray of hope. Enjoy dance.
Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradipate akhilam madhuram sadhu janadhara sarvabhauma sadhu janadhara sarvabhauma sadhu janadhara sarvabhauma madhava mamava deva madhava mamava deva madhava mamava deva krishna yadava krishna yadukula krishna madhava mamava deva krishna yadava krishna yadukula krishna madhava mamava deva krishna yadava krishna yadukula krishna कम्बुशुभग्रीव बिम्बाधरा चन्द्रबिम्बानना अम्बुजलोचन कम्बुशुभग्रीव बिम्बाधरा चन्द्रबिम्बानना चाम्पियनासाग्र
Thank you so much, Nimmi. Your passion really was shining through in that riveting performance. Thank you. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കാനില്ലെങ്കിൽ മനുഷ്യരൊക്കെ മരിച്ചു പോകും. ഒന്ന് തല നിവർത്തി നോക്കൂ. വിശ്വസിക്കാവുന്നത് പലതും ഈ ലോകത്തിലുണ്ട്. ഉറൂബിന്റെ വാക്കുകളാണിത്. അതുപോലെ നമ്മുടെ മലയാളി കൾച്ചറിലും നമ്മുടെ റൂട്ട്സിലും ഉറച്ചു വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പാണ് ഫോമയുടെ യൂത്ത് ഫോറം. Kuruvilla James is one of the national youth representatives. Kuruvilla is currently a junior risk management and insurance major attending Temple University in Philadelphia. Throughout his time as a youth coordinator at Kala, Kerala Arts and Literary Association of America, he has been able to coordinate numerous events such as the annual Onam celebrations, food donation programs, mock presidential debates, fundraising, charities, and hosting banquet dinners. These various experiences are a testament to his abilities and skills. I would now like to invite Kuruvilla James for his introduction of our next esteemed guest, Dr. Bindu Babu.
Thank you, Shanashi. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Bindu Babu, who is a successful integrative physician and award-winning celebrity transformational coach from New York City. Now let's see a short intro video. Dr. Bindu Babu is a successful integrative physician and award-winning celebrity transformational coach from New York City. She's been awarded New York's Most Powerful Women in Business in 2019 and was vetted and selected to become a member of the Forbes Business Council in 2020. She is a successful entrepreneur who is trained in the quantum methodologies of healing, through which she helps her clients all over the world. She is a renowned international keynote speaker on narcissism and abusive toxic relationships, where she has authored her book, My Soulmate, My Love, My Narcissist. Through her works, she has been nominated for several recognitions and awards, including being honored as a Circle of Wise Women for the international organization Female Wave of Change. Dr. Babu is a Reiki master and a past life regression therapist as well. She is an advocate of gender-based violence prevention and women empowerment.
Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. It's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations for my youth for this amazing event, and thank you for having me on as one of your chief guests, along with my colleague Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, Senator Kevin Thomas, Mayor Robin, who I just met today on this virtual call. And what's inspiring is that we all come from grassroots of immigrants that came to this country for change. And as everyone has spoken ahead of me in regards to what Senator Kevin Thomas said, sit back to observe is not the way to go. It's to make changes. What Mayor Robin said in regarding moving forward and believing in your dreams and working hard to make that a success. And of course, what Senator Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar said, being a woman, working hard when people said no, but working hard to make that a yes is very empowering with the support structure that we have. As I look at all the youth here, and as I think of when I was told to speak a few minutes on making a difference through new beginnings, I have spoken worldwide. And I sat there and I thought, when I was young, I was just like you. I'm a first generation Malayali. I was actually Filipino youth president years and years and years ago. I actually was the cover of the first Malayali newspaper in New York. And back then it was black and white. I'm not going to give you away my age yet. So when I see the empowerment today on this youth forum, it took me off track of what I actually wanted to say. And what I'm going to bring you is a little bit more in depth, and that is certain struggles that as a youth in America, with the cultural differences that we face, and as Mollywood actress Divya Unni said about our culture being our base and our solidifying who we are, is very important. But at times we struggle. So when you're making your new beginnings, what I want to tell you is make your new beginnings by solving your past differences of what culture can bring us. And that means things that we are brought up thinking that may not suit what we may believe because of our cultural differences, but to understand that those values impact who we are and brings our integrity forward as a Malayali. So when I say that, and you may question me, what does that mean? What that means is to understand that our elders guide us in the best way they know how, because it worked for them, it was successful for them, and it helped their progress into this country, struggling here, knowing nobody, language barriers, education barriers, and they want the safety of our children, the youth. So sometimes they may put on their belief structures on you, which might differ in your thinking. Do not be bitter, do not hate, do not be angry, do not be revengeful. Forgive and move forward, because they are only doing what they believe is best for you and what works for them. And now you have evolved differently where you have both cultures. So make your concrete decision with compassion, love, and extreme passion to work hard and move forward for the success of yourself, which is in turn success for your community and others. Because your life purpose is not just for you, it's to help others. So as Senator Kevin Thomas said, get up, don't just observe. Bring passion, but bring passion with compassion and empathy for others, with forgiveness of your past and forgiveness of people who may have given you, advices that do not agree, but that's okay. It's okay. You still are you, and you still move forward, and you become the success that you are as an inspiration for others, just like this youth forum. So I'm leaving you with those little pearls. Everyone has spoken so well. I am so humbled, and I feel emotional seeing these things, because I also was doing Bharatanatyam, looking at all these dances and things that I haven't done in years, doing the Inaguration and all the diyas, and it's just beautiful and empowering, and keep it going. Thank you.
Dr. Bindu, I follow you very closely. You know this. I've stalked you on Facebook and now finally we're friends. So I am so grateful to be sitting here listening to you. And one of your favorite quotes, and I think about this all the time, you said, "Never be ashamed of how much you love or how quickly you fail. Love fully, love completely, but most importantly, love naturally. And don't you ever apologize for that. Don't ever be sorry for loving the way your heart knows." I absolutely love that quote. Thank you for your reminders of how to fit into two different worlds, which is where we are, which is where all of our youth is. Thank you so much for spending time today. Steve Jobs said this: "If you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you." Calvin Kavalikil, Masood Al-Ansar, and Kuruvilla James are the trio of visionaries behind the Youth Forum and the National Youth Representatives. I have already introduced Kuruvilla James to you, but let me introduce Calvin and Masood to you today. Calvin is a recent graduate and biology major residing in Chicago. He's currently doing his MBA and a future medical student. Throughout his time as a youth rep at CMA, Chicago Malayali Association, he has organized many youth events such as basketball tournaments, Christmas and New Year celebrations, fundraiser dinners, and other charity events. He was able to galvanize the youth in the association and increase youth participation immensely. His past experiences with the Chicago Malayali Association shows how his leadership qualities can be carried over to make an immense impact on the youth. Masood Al-Ansar is a software engineer from Atlanta, Georgia. Serving as the Kennesaw State University student government, he led 35,000 students at the university and represented the university at the Presidential Leadership Summit 2018 at George Washington University and the Georgia Student Advisory Council Conference 2018 at Augusta University. He is currently in the process of creating a youth bank for Nanma with a vision to focus on leadership and education of the Malayali youth in the USA. Let me welcome this dynamic trio to talk to us more about their aspirations and inspirations. Welcome, team.
All right. Thank you so much, Shana Chechi. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for our chief guests and the audience for joining. I hope everyone is doing great. I am Masood Al-Ansar, and I am from Atlanta. Yep, and we have Calvin here, and he's from Chicago. And also we have Kuruvilla here, who is from Philadelphia. To start us off, we have 3 goals in our mind, each one dependent on the other. Let us start us up with not the first, not the second, but the final and the third goal, which is engagement. The youth of today are our community's voice tomorrow in the political and civic stage of our nation. And we all know that. And I don't think we need to imagine what is going to happen if our youth is disconnected from our community. The engagement of our youth is the force that is going to drive our community's progress. And it is just gonna take a bit more than just encouragement and a pat on their backs to get it going. So our youth forum plans to enable this engagement by providing the youth a platform and resources to develop programs and initiatives that benefit them, which ultimately will make them responsible for their own communities. Now, that leads us to the second goal and a very important question. Will we be able to achieve this without a little empowerment? The answer is absolutely not.
Today, the youth are making strides to change the world around them. From powerful social media movements to political movements, the voice and passion of young people needs the society to take us seriously. One major component in youth engagement that's being overlooked is youth empowerment. When the youth are empowered, they have the skills, critical awareness, and opportunities to positively impact the lives of us and other individuals, organizations, and communities around us. The FOMAA Youth Forum can be an effective platform for youth empowerment because it can enable people to address pressing issues. It can also provide support and resources for young people to act and focus on building whole, and engaged communities. We're excited to be engaged and involved for bettering the communities. Everything that we have planned starts with inspiration.
As Malayalis, we are proud of our rich heritage from our motherland, which we pridefully call God's own country. The previous generations have gone through many trials and hardships to give us the opportunities and privileges that we have today. We must not forget their efforts and contributions to our success. Through this Youth Forum's efforts, we look to inspire the next generation of youth to be steadfast in holding the values and traditions of our culture. These individuals have immense talent and possess valuable skills, which need to be cultivated so that they reach their full potential. Through unity and teamwork, we can collectively grow and develop our connections and personalities. We look forward to inspiring the youth to become the leaders of tomorrow.
Thank you so much for all the warm reception and support that you have given us. The Youth Forum Executive Board is going to take it from here. Now sit back and relax. You are in for a ride. Thank you so much again. Off to you, Shana Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, what can I say about those amazing speeches? You spoke about engagement, you spoke about empowerment, inspiration, and unity and teamwork. All very powerful statements, and all statements that I'm sure this young group is going to absolutely achieve. Thank you, guys. Now, last but not the least, it is my privilege to welcome Mr. Ajit Kuchus, who is the Advisory and National Coordinator for the FOMAA Youth. Ajit is from Long Island, New York. It is his passion to serve the community, and he strongly believes that it is his duty and responsibility to mold and empower the upcoming generation, dynamically bringing them into the forefront of various platforms. I have personally worked with Ajit for other FOMAA functions, and his passion is truly infectious. He is one of a kind. Ajit, I would like to invite you for the vote of thanks.
Hello, Shana. Thank you so much for that great introduction. And it was a pleasure to be part of this FOMAA Youth Forum event personally. And my role is to say a word of thanks for the entire crew, as well as for the chief guest and for the people who has attended this spectacular function from 11 a.m. until this time. So let me start my word of thanks with the FOMAA Executive President Annie and George, Secretary T. Unnikrishnan, Treasurer Thomas Uman, the trio team giving the power to all other para organizations like this and bringing up the Youth Forum as part of this. And I would like to thank Mr. Anu Skaria, who is the gem of this whole Youth Forum. He is the national coordinator for his tremendous progress and work he has been done to bring up this Youth Forum, and also to make this event as a successful one along with the Youth Forum board. If I go with the programs, the first US national anthem, which has been sung by Diya Cherian, wonderful, beautiful national anthem sung by Diya Cherian, thank you, by Kessia Varghese, Indian national anthem, prayer song by Isabel Anna Ajit, thank you to all the live songs. Thank you to the presidential address, Youth Forum National Coordinator, Mr. Anu Skaria, for the messages from FOMAA President, Mr. Annie and George, FOMAA Secretary, Mr. T. Unnikrishnan, FOMAA Treasurer, Mr. Thomas T. Uman. Also, the messages from Vice President Pradeep Nair, Joint Secretary Jose Manakad, Joint Treasurer Biju Thonikadavel for their inspiring messages. We would like to thank you to the chief guests of this whole Youth Forum event, which made it the best of the events. Inauguration by famous Indian cine actress and dancer, Mrs. Divya Unni, for inaugurating the Youth Forum 2020-2022. Thank you Honorable Senator Kevin Thomas, the first New York State Senator being South Asian Indian Malayali, and the first South Asian Indian woman assemblywoman, Ms. Jennifer Rajkumar. Thank you to our first Indian mayor of Missouri City, Honorable Robin Ellicott. Thank you, my dear friend, Dr. Bindu Babu, the Powerful Woman Award winner from the Forbes magazine, celebrity, transformational coach, Reiki master, and a political leader. And thank you for the spectacular dance beautifully done by our Youth Forum Board. Diya Cherian, Anne Mary Idichandi, Shruti Pradeep, Julia Joy, Sarah Anil, and Calvin Kavlakar. And thank you for the song by Vaishali Menon, and also the spectacular dance by Madhava Mammawa, dance by Nimi Das. And also, thank you, Mr. Masood Ali Ansar, Calvin Kavlakal, Kurivula James, the youth representatives, the trio, who are relentlessly working for this whole event, along with the youth board, for their wonderful messages and the vision, sharing the vision from the youth representatives. A big thank you to our beautiful, proficient, charming MC, Ms. Shana Mohan, who run the show from the beginning to end with a flawless, beautiful, beautiful presentation. Thank you to the FOMAA news media, Mr. Salim Muhammad. Thank you to the technical team, Mr. Praveen, who managed the Zoom, and also other technical team members. And thanking you, all the FOMAA National Committee, FOMAA members, all those who has found time to attend, support, and applause this Youth Forum 2022 inauguration event. Finally, one more round, I want to take this opportunity to thank their relentless, tremendous work and achievement for the FOMAA National Youth Forum team, National Coordinator, Mr. Anus Karia, Youth Representatives, Masood Ansar, Calvin Kavlakal, Kurula James, Secretary Anne Mary Idichandi, Treasurer Julia Joy, Assistant Youth Representative Sarah Anil, Joint Secretary Shruti Pradeep, Joint Treasurer Kevin Podekal, Programs and Development Coordinator Divya Unni. So thank you again, once again, for putting it all together into this much beautiful event. Thank you each and everyone for this wonderful day to be sharing with the Youth Forum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajit. That was a wonderful, wonderful vote of thanks. Thank you. Every one of you for your time with us today. Barack Obama said this: change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Here's wishing the FOMAA youth all the very best of luck. My name is Shana, and it was a pleasure spending this time with you. Bye-bye. Event coming up, as you can see in the flyer. Please make sure you attend it. If you can show the flyer again, that would be great, so people can take note of the time and details. It's from the FOMAA Women's Forum, and it's the International Women's Day. It's on March 13th at 11 a.m. EST. Please attend it. Thank you.